Imagine driving alone on a deserted forest road at night. Suddenly, something starts moving behind your car, a figure that doesn't look entirely human. Your heart races, every shadow feels alive. Would you keep going or freeze in fear? Driving alone on a dark, empty forest road is terrifying for anyone, but my friend Alex and I decided to escape the chaos of city life and spend a few days in the countryside. We wanted peace and quiet, but we had no idea that this trip would turn into a spine-chilling nightmare. A friend of ours recommended a small, secluded place called Whispering Woods Rest House, hidden deep in the forest. It was remote and quiet, but the road leading to it was rumored to be extremely dangerous at night. Since we didn't have our own car, we hired a taxi. The driver immediately looked nervous and warned us. At night, this road is very dangerous. I wouldn't risk my life driving through here. We offered him double the fare, and finally he agreed to take us. As we drove deeper into the forest, darkness and silence crept in. The shadows of the trees stretched across the road, the wind whispered through the branches, and our driver kept muttering nervously about strange things lurking in the woods. After some time, we saw a figure walking at the edge of the road, but it wasn't on the ground. It hovered a few feet above the road, following our car. Our hearts stopped. The driver slammed on the accelerator, and within minutes we reached the Whispering Woods Rest House. The staff quickly closed the gate and said, "This road is extremely dangerous at night. Many people have been targeted by unknown forces here. No one dares to pass it alone after dark." We thanked them nervously, trying to shake off the fear, and made our way to our room. The house was old, creaking with every step, but at least it was warm and lit. We told ourselves we were safe, but sleep didn't come easy. Every groan of the old building, every rustle outside the window felt like the figure from the road had followed us. Suddenly, the front door creaked open, but no one was there.
The sound echoed through the hallway, slow and deliberate, like someone wanted us to hear it. Alex whispered, Did you see that?" I shook my head, unable to speak. Then came the whisper. Not loud, not close, but inside the room. "Why did you come here alone?" We didn't run. We couldn't. Fear pinned us to the bed. The lights flickered, then steadied again. For a moment, everything was silent. Too silent. That's when Alex grabbed my arm. "Look, the window." I turned slowly. Just beyond the glass, standing inches away, was the figure. It was tall, too tall and thin, its shape slightly blurred like smoke trying to hold a human form. Its feet weren't touching the ground. It hovered perfectly still, head tilted as if studying us. No face, just darkness where a face should be. We didn't scream. We didn't move. We just stared. Minutes passed, then an hour, then another. It never left.
The thing stood there the entire night, unmoving, unblinking. Sometimes its head would twitch slightly. Sometimes its shadow would stretch across the wall even though the moon hadn't moved. Once, we heard fingernails lightly scratching the glass. Slow, patient, like it had all the time in the world. We sat huddled together on the bed, backs against the wall, eyes burning, afraid that if we closed them, even for a second, it would be inside the room. At around 3 a.m., the power went out. In the darkness, we could still see its outline against the window. Closer now. Too close. Alex started quietly crying. I covered his mouth, terrified it would hear us. The whisper returned, drifting through the room like cold air. "You should not be here." We stayed awake until the sky finally began to lighten. The moment the first hint of dawn touched the trees, the figure slowly sank backward into the forest, dissolving into the shadows as if it had never been there. Morning came, we packed without speaking. The staff avoided our eyes. The gate was already open. No one asked why we were leaving so early, and no one tried to stop us. The taxi driver who picked us up in the morning didn't ask questions either. He just glanced at the rest house once, frowned, and locked the doors before pulling away. As the forest thinned and sunlight finally reached the road, my body slowly relaxed, but the fear didn't leave. It sat heavy in my chest, like something unfinished. Back in the city, life returned to normal far too quickly. Cars honked, people laughed. The world felt unreal, like we had stepped into the wrong version of it. That night, Alex called me. "I can't sleep," he said. His voice was hollow. "Every time I close my eyes, I see it standing there." I told him I felt the same, that we were safe now, that it was over. But even as I said it, I didn't believe it. Over the next few days, strange things began happening. At first, small things. Lights flickering in empty rooms, doors left open when we were sure we'd closed them. Once, I heard a soft scratching sound outside my apartment window, on the 6th floor. Alex stopped going outside altogether. When I visited him, I noticed something that made my stomach drop. His curtains were nailed shut. "I saw it again," he whispered. "3 nights ago, across the street, just standing there, watching." I wanted to tell him he was imagining things, that fear had followed us home in our minds. But then I saw it too. One night, as I was brushing my teeth, I caught a reflection in the mirror behind me. Too tall, too thin, standing in the hallway. I spun around, nothing. But when I looked back at the mirror, faint, foggy marks appeared on the glass, like someone had breathed against it. Words slowly formed. "You left the woods. We did not leave you."